to the vlog.
In this moment now, capture it, remember it.
Now, first things first, I need to start doing the millennial pause thing because literally my last video was me going to this barbecue competition, whatever, for my brother, and there was like 2 clips that like I like started talking like way too early, and so literally like I had to cut out that clip because I cut off like part of what I was saying, and I'm like, that's so annoying. Anyway, I'm gonna start doing my makeup while we yap. I don't think I'm gonna continue my makeup with you guys, but obviously first I need to take off the makeup I have on. Like, come on. As you can see, I did get a little burnt. I always forget that, because my mom has to literally remind me every time, because I'm always like, oh my gosh, I never even burned, and blah, 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 blah. That's what happened yesterday. I burn really easily the first, like, burn of the summer, you know what I mean? But after that, it takes a lot for me to burn. So, like, I always forget that, and I'm always like, I never, like, I honestly didn't wear sunscreen because literally, sorry, my cat is trying to find his way to get over here. Cepheus. You could do it. There you go. Anyway, I didn't wear sunscreen because 1, we were only there for 2 hours. 2, it was rainy all day, and I understand like it's still there's sun out whenever it's raining, but it was like cloudy. Well, it was raining whenever we literally left, so I was like, I don't need no sunscreen, you know what I mean? But turns out I did indeed need sunscreen, but that's okay because I didn't get severely burnt. As you can see, I only got normally burnt, which I know a burn is a burn and it's bad no matter what, which is what I'm learning through the girlies on TikTok, the skincare girlies. Even a burn like this is not good for you, and I was like, oh. It's only bad enough to burn to where you can see it, and it kind of like, it kind of hurts a little bit whenever I like touch it and stuff. But like other than that, it's not that bad. Right. No, it's fine. But my only thing is, I don't know if I got burnt on my legs. I honestly haven't looked enough in like proper lighting to see. But my number one thing is, if I burn at all, I get tan. Do I get like extremely tan? No, obviously. But whenever, that's why like I get annoyed when I don't burn easily, and why honestly, guys, you're falling. Like honestly, I know I should wear sunscreen all the time, no matter what, and I should not be saying this, but sometimes I purposely don't wear sunscreen. Like if I know it's not gonna be that bad, because I want to burn, because I know a burn means color, you know? Because I do tan after I burn. Cepheus, do you see how you're like kind of in a way? I just want you to see that. I'm not gonna make you move, but I just want you to understand that you are in the way. Anyway, so yeah, but that's why I get annoyed when it's really hard for me to burn after, because I'm like, I want that tan, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? But it's fine. Again, I don't do much outside activities to get really a tan during the summer. Every now and then I will get a tan though, but whatever. So, blah 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 blah, yapping. You already know how it goes with me. I am about to put on makeup, obviously. I already said that. Which one did I already open up? Okay. Here's where we're at right now. I am today doing makeup, even though I don't really need to, like, at all, because I have been seeing my, like, old makeup that I used. I'm actually about to get really annoyed. Like, actually, you guys are about to see me get so freaking annoyed because my tripod won't stay up. And my other tripod gets in the way too. Like, all of them get in the way, and it, like, actually makes me really mad. And I don't know what other tripods to get. I have 2 different kinds of tripods. Both of them get in the way. Sephius, don't step on my... Yeah, get down, please. He just stepped his fat little paw on my bronzer. Anyway, let's put this here because now he's gone. Now I have more space. Anyway, I'm trying to figure out a makeup that I used to do because I change my makeup so often, and sometimes I'm lucky because I record videos like this where I do like a full-on makeup tutorial, and then I'm like, I can go look back and be like, oh my gosh, that's what I did, and I can watch and I can copy the makeup that I did. But if you guys have been watching me, you'll know for like 6 months last year I didn't record, like, at all. Like, I just stopped posting. And so, also, I'll get into this in a minute though. I didn't post for like 6 months. I didn't record nothing. I was not in a good, I think I talked about that a little bit. I think I might make a podcast today. I think I might bring the podcast back. It's a trial thing. I don't know if I'm ever going to actually post it, and I don't know if we're going to actually keep doing the podcast, but we will see. But what was I even talking about? I might talk about this on the podcast a little bit more, but I was not in a good space, so for like 6 months I did not post anything, you know? But or something like that. Guys, won't leave me alone. Just have one flying around me, but because of that, I don't have any videos of this makeup that I used to do. I don't even know if I might look, like, maybe I'll remember to look for pictures and put them here. But I have pictures of this makeup, obviously, because I was still, like, taking pictures and stuff. And when I tell you this makeup looked so good, and I'm just, like, I keep, like, thinking to myself, like, what makeup did I do? Like, what, like, how did I do that? Because not only was it, like, a full-on cake face, I remember it looked so good all the time. And, like, it stayed on my face for long. And, like, that's, like, the main problem is sometimes I do my makeup and it looks decent, but then, like, it does not wear well. And then, like, also, it'll look kind of ugly in different lights. And I think I remember this makeup looked good in every light, because here, I've talked about this before, too. Here, I'm doing my makeup with this light, and occasionally I'm looking at you in this light. It's different. And then I'll go into my bathroom, which has a yellow light, and then I'll go into work, which is barely lit, and it's like all those together. It's like I can't really get a, like, perfect idea of what my makeup actually looks like, and so it's just kind of annoying. It's hard to figure out, like, what, like, actually looks good, you know? Whatever. But today, we're doing this. I honestly might, now that I'm thinking about it, I might actually record the whole entire makeup routine. But I don't know, because there's this, like, fundraiser happening, live fundraiser happening soon. That's got Vanilla Mace in it. I think Courtney and Shane from Smosh are also going to be there. I don't know. But it's a fundraiser for trans people. So I kind of want to watch that. But at the same time, I don't think I need to watch the whole thing. I'm probably just going to go in there for a little bit and like show my support. You know what I mean? And then leave. We'll see. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know if it's like you're able to donate money, or if like sending your like comments and stuff like that will show support, or I don't know how it works, honestly. But I'm thinking about doing that. So, but again, I don't think I have to be there the whole time. So I think I will actually finish my makeup before I do it. But yeah. Next, I'm going in with my concealer, my natural concealer I have. This one. We're gonna see. But yeah, so that makeup was so perfect. So I'm trying to recreate it. I looked at one of my videos I had from like right before I stopped recording, and I was like, maybe I was doing that makeup, so we're gonna do that. I think that's what it was. I think it's just so much product that now I try not to do that much product on my face, and so that's why the makeup doesn't look as good, I guess. Yeah, that's probably, but also it's like, for a little bit, I was doing my makeup like tan and not caring that it low-key was not like matching. Like, it was like my face was tan and then like my hand would be like pale, and like for a little bit I did not care, and I think that's what that was. I think that was during that time. Whereas like now, I think the reason why most of the time I don't like my makeup is because I'm doing pale makeup to match my skin color. And like, I'm sorry, it just doesn't look as good. Like, not on me at least. Like, I look best when I'm like tan and like doing tan makeup. Anyway. I hope people don't get offended by that, but like, it's me, it's my face. It's how I feel about my face, so I personally just don't like my face pale. I think that's what's happening here. It's just like the contour you do blends better, everything, just whenever your highlight pops more, it just looks so much better. And I switched to like being able to do my bronzer still, but with the pale face. And so my bronzer's not as intense, but like it's still there, you know. And that makeup looks okay, but like I keep getting the pictures popping up in my memories of the other makeup that I'm trying to recreate, and it's just like, it looks so much better. I looked so much prettier. So yeah, we're gonna see what we could do. Yeah, and now I'm just putting my contour on. But yeah, this is probably gonna be my only video today. That's why I think I'm gonna record the whole thing. I think I'm gonna just record one long video, and then whenever it's done or whatever, I'll probably just immediately upload it. And then that's that. That'll be the video for today, which is good. I normally don't post videos on the weekend, so hey, it's okay. I posted a video yesterday too. But yeah, next I'm doing my eyebrows. I also think I need to do more bronzer. I think that's what I used to do. I think I used to do 2 bronzers, contours, whatever you want to call it. So I'm gonna do that in a second. I need to carve out my brows first. But yeah, I'm okay with doing my makeup today, even though I'm not doing anything, because like I said, I think I might record a podcast today. We'll see. My thing is now, ignore that, okay? Ignore it. My thing is, now my mom's up with me, because if you guys don't know, I'm trying not to, okay, wait, real quick, before we get into that, because I want to do a podcast, I'm trying not to go into these long, like, intricate stories. This isn't really an intricate story, but, like, I'm giving you, like, background information. And I'm trying to, like, try to stop doing that so that when I do a podcast, I can sit there and talk about it. And, like, it's just gonna be, it's gonna have to be one of those things where, like, if you want to know the full details of, like, all the stuff that's happening, you need to go watch my podcast. It's where I'll talk about it. And I'll probably do, like, weekly updates and stuff like that. And, like, I'll tell you, like, backstories of stuff. And, like, my vlogs are gonna be, like, the short versions of it. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm trying not to do that, but whatever. I'll do a quick little thing. My mom used to not work for a little bit, so she'd be up during the day like a normal person. But now she works the same shifts I do, so now she's up with me. Therefore, it's gonna be a little bit different recording a podcast now, because I'm gonna have to leave hanging out with her in order to go record a podcast. And, like, my mom's the type where she's like, oh, are you gonna be back soon? Why are you going to your room? Like, I can't we hang out? And I'm like, Mom, it's not malicious. I just literally want to go record a podcast. She's not doing it in, like, a mean, controlling way. She's just, like, curious. But then, yeah, whatever. I'll yap about that later. So, it's going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to have to think about when I want to record a podcast. But it'll probably be on the weekend. It makes sense, to record podcasts on the weekend. Because it's like, okay, do your week, do all that stuff, and then you can yap about everything that happened that week on a podcast. For a little bit, I was trying to decide if I wanted to do weekly podcast or if I wanted to do bi-weekly, and I do not know. That's one of the things where I'm gonna have to test it out, and I'll probably talk about it on the podcast, ask people's opinions. It just makes more sense to do a weekly, you know what I mean? Because I feel like if I do bi-weekly, all of it's just like it's gonna be all me reading off a list of everything that happened, and like I'm not gonna be able to just like yap about like this yesterday this happened. Like it'll have to be like a little bit more condensed because I'm trying to get through 14 days of stuff that happened, and like also other content. Because if you guys don't know, in my last one, when I did a podcast before, I would do a little album review for each podcast episode, and that was so much fun, and I'm probably gonna do that again. And like I like to talk about like what's my interest that week, because I have ADHD, so my interests change like all the time. So it's gonna be a little bit hard to do that when it's 2 weeks worth of talking about stuff. Do you know? So bi-weekly just doesn't sound right to me. Weekly does. Plus, as I just said, I don't post on the weekends normally, and so it would give me something to post on the weekends if I did a weekly podcast, because I would record it the weekend before and then like edit it that week, and then it'll be posted the weekend after. You know what I mean? So like that just makes so much sense. That sounds so nice. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So we're gonna try it, because before it was like I didn't used to yap like I used to yap. Why does my eyebrows look so like ashy right now? We're gonna have to fix it later. Whatever. But when I use that for carving my eyebrows, future me, if you need to look back on this video because your makeup actually turned out decent, you'll use this to carve out your eyebrows, not the other stuff, okay? But anyway, what was I even yapping about? What was I even yapping about? I'm trying to find my contour. It's literally right here. Okay. But yeah, before I didn't used to like yap about anything that came to my head. I would have it very much planned out and only try to talk about that stuff. And I didn't used to like sit here and be as comfortable as I used to be. I mean, be as comfortable as I am now. And so I used to literally not talk about as much stuff. And that would mean I'd be recording a podcast and I'd have to pause and be like, what else can I talk about? This video's not long enough. I don't got that problem no more. As y'all know, I do daily vlogs, and each vlog is like, most of the time at least 30 minutes long. And that's daily. So I think a week's worth of stuff will get me a decent long podcast. I don't have to worry about that anymore. So again, that's why I also want to do weekly instead of bi-weekly, because I don't think I can fit that much yapping into one little podcast. Okay, I just put this all over right there. You saw me rub it into my face as well, because I remember I used to carve my face with concealer. Okay, I think I was using, okay, you know what? Here's one of my things I have to like be honest with myself, and I've come to terms with this, but every time I do this, it reminds me, I used to have a concealer. It was a Wet n Wild concealer. I don't think I have one to even show you. I used them all. I used to have one, and it honestly, not my shade, but it was, and it honestly did not work that well for like actual concealer. But oh wait, I forgot. It's okay, we'll let this sit while we have. But I always forget, because it didn't actually work as good concealer, like to cover up redness and stuff like that. But because I was using it to carve out my face and not actually conceal, it was literally so insanely good. And they just like, I don't have that at my store. I have to like order it on Amazon, and I just like don't want to do that, because most of the times whenever I have like remembered, hey, it's on Amazon, let me quickly do that real quick, it's never in stock with my shade. And that is what I think made my makeup look so good, and I'm being truly honest when I say that. That was what made my makeup. And every time I get to this step, I'm like, oh, that's probably why. And it just really, truly annoys the crap out of me. So I might have to buy that stuff, because also, like I said, I was doing my makeup tanner. Now I do my makeup for my skin color. But I was doing it a little bit more tan because I just thought it made me look better, and it does. I thought it made me look better, and that shade, I mean that concealer, I don't think they go light enough for my actual skin color. So that's another reason why I didn't let myself buy it, because I was like, no, you're gonna want to do tan makeup if you have this, like if you own this concealer. So I just, you know, didn't buy it. I haven't bought it since. And yeah, okay. I forgot I put this stuff on I do my face like that, and then I carve it out. But yeah, it was the perfect one, because I'll show you what I used to do, and I don't do this as often anymore. I do it like a little bit, but like I used to fully be so intricate with it, because that concealer was perfect. You take your There's a little hair. You take your concealer and you fully carve out your nose perfectly. And you want it to be thin enough to where it's not like gonna blend like a lot. Because you want it to stay sharp like that. And then I would take it up all the way to my eye like that. I cover up my eye, and then I do the rest of my face like that. And this is how I used to do it. And I fully used to do it like all the way over here too. Because you might be like, but what about all that bronzer you just did? We're taking off like most of that, to be completely honest with ourselves. Concealing it is kind of taking off most of it, but we'll bring it back. We'll bring that bronze back into our face with actual bronzer instead of contour. Well, this is like, I never know what to call this. I'm like, did I just contour my face or did I just bronze my face? I don't know. But yeah, you would have fully caked that shit on there. Now I try to use less makeup, like I've said before, because I try to be a little bit less of a cake face. But truly, I put on makeup now, so like what's the point of like trying to like be less cakey whenever I literally put on a full cake anyway. It's like I'm trying to do like a 0 sugar cake, and I was like, girl, just get the cake with sugar in it. Like, it's not that much different, you know what I mean? But yeah. And then also, my chin has a problem area, especially during the summer, obviously, because I sweat there. And so I also don't like to do my chin, but like that really, I need to do my chin. So then I go in and I try to keep these areas as good as I can, straight. You want to keep it where you put it. Whereas like this area, we want to blend it. And again, it's going to take off most of your bronzer, contour, whatever you just did. But you'll put it right back in there. You'll put it right back with powder. Keep it around there. You see how like it kind of blended up? Not that big of a deal. As long as you don't blend it up too much to where there's no contour left, it's okay. But you want to keep it like where there's still contour. Yeah, anyway. Like this. This video is gonna be so long and I apologize, but I don't cut my videos anymore. Like, I don't edit them. Look at that. Whatever. I don't edit them down as much. Like, at all, really. So, but I want to sit here and show you guys my makeup routine. So, I'm going to take my brush that I almost always use for my, like, bronzer. And I'm going to get some of my contour on it, just very lightly, so that I can put it back on my face perfectly. I do not do this to begin with because it's not the same end product. Whenever you do it with the bronzer and then you put the concealer on, it's just more like blended and like it just looks better. But I blended my concealer too much because again, I don't have the proper concealer. So it's just not the same thing. Okay, there's that. We need to leave it alone. Boom. Honestly, it's looking like a little bit like I have too much redness on my face. But we're just gonna ignore that. And then I'm gonna also take some blush. This is the blush I'm pretty sure I used to use. e.l.f. Halo Glow Blush. This blush is so nice. I love this blush. My eyeball's messing up. Yes. Blend that in there, blend it. I mean, I probably should have put the blush on before I did the concealer, but it's actually looking okay, so I guess it's fine. Okay, now here's the important part. I also might have used a different powder for this, because I think for a while I was using Airspun powder, but I've realized Airspun just makes me look too orange, so I stopped using that. But I think at this point I wasn't using Airspun, so it's fine. I'm going with my Maybelline Fit Me, and here's where you want to go crazy. I stopped doing this. That again is all probably why my makeup is not the same anymore. I don't bake like this anymore because a lot of powder, and I quite frankly stopped doing that because I was like, what if I'm wasting my makeup? But literally, again, I think it's what made my makeup look so good. So if it's gonna waste it, it's worth it, because I want to get back to my old makeup that I used to do. Just like that. And then you want to take it also, fully carve out your nose with it. And this just makes it so it's so like shaped. Yes. Yes. And then you could do like your eyes or whatever while you let it sit. I don't think I'm gonna do that though, so I'll probably come back for you guys, okay? But I'm gonna let it bake for like at least a little bit, like a couple minutes or something. I don't know. It's been like maybe 2 minutes, not even. I went to go check out the live stream. She's actually been live for like an hour, okay? Hour and a half. I did not know that. They didn't like try out the last thing. Okay. I'm just using this big poofy brush to get all this powder off. I did put it on my chin with a brush like this brush. I dipped it in my powder and put it on my chin. I always forget. I'm a double chin girly. I have to put powder on my chin, and also you want to blend it, and then yeah, so you have to put powder there. Sometimes I forget, and then literally, being honest, I forget. And then my work shirt, like, literally has makeup, like, on the thing because of my chin. When I, like, move sometimes, it hits my fucking work shirt because I'm like, bitch, I got a big-ass chin. Anyway. This makeup, oh, no, I just, like, fully, that's fine. This makeup, it already looks way better than my normal makeup, to be honest. So that's lovely, 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 lovely. Ugh, there's like hair, you see that? Ew. I like barely use this brush, to be honest. Another thing is, another reason why I stopped doing like makeup like this is I don't know how to not get so much makeup in my baby hairs, and then it looked like literally orange right here. I don't know how to fix that. And so that's like another reason why I stopped doing this makeup. This like tan makeup. Because like I have bangs, but sometimes I don't wear my bangs down. So like I'm truly just sitting there like, okay. Now, here's the thing. I sometimes do my bronzer and I either don't put powder on or I'll put my other powder on before my bronzer, and that's another thing that I think breaks this makeup, because makeup is like so like I believe doing your makeup anyway, your makeup could turn out decent if you're just doing it right, but also changing one little thing about your makeup completely changes your makeup. So that's like the tiny things that I do completely break my makeup look. I'm just going in with my bronzer. Love this bronzer. This is, guys, I'm trying to remember to tell you, like, names. But, like, when I do these videos, I use pretty much the same products. So, like, I'm like, do I want to tell you guys this again? The only product that I've used that's different is this. This is, like, from the Dollar Tree. So, like, sometimes I remember to show you, but the other times I'm like, I've showed you this bronzer, like, 20 times. For real. Okay. My problem is I bend over whenever I do my makeup. It's bad. Because I have to, like, bend to get into the mirror. So it's just like, how? Next, I have, don't mind my chair creaking. I'm sitting in my chair, like, sideways instead of, like, this is how I should be in my chair. But I'm not. So, anyway, I think I have 2 of these. Yeah, I do. Okay, cool. Let's make sure. This is the one I used earlier for that cream. This is a clean one. I'm going to use the clean one. Again, go in with my bronzer. This is where, like, I can go a little crazy. And I need to remember to tone it down. It's okay if you put a little bit too much on to begin with, because that could be fixed. But again, wait, why did I just stick my, okay. This is another thing where I'm going to end up carving this out. So really, it's not a big deal. Okay. Now I try to do a little, same freaking gnat. I swear on everything. I told you, I was open with you guys, and I told you guys I had a gnat problem for a second. Because this is the garage right here. So, like, this room gets gnats way easier than the other room. And I have litter in here. Like, I do the litter, but, like, it's in here. So, like, and I took out all, like, I was like, I don't have, like, any trash. Like, I don't. And so they went away. But I swear it's just one freaking gnat. Because for a little bit, I could see, like, a couple, like, no, it's just one gnat. Won't leave me freaking alone. Okay, anyway. This is not, I'm not too worried about, like, this as well. Because, again, it's also going to be shaped out with a powder. Like we shape out the bronzer with, or the contour, whatever, with the concealer. We're going to shape this with powder. That's why I'm going to go in with, crap, I think I just used it for cream. Dang it. So let's say we're going to go in with this brush here, but I just used it for cream. That's how you know I'm doing, like, a more, I don't want to say intense, because it's not like I'm doing, like, an eyeshadow look or anything, but, like, it's a makeup that I'm, like, really trying my hardest to get, and that's how you could tell, because my hand looks like this. Okay, we're using that to blend in my nose a little bit more, so it's not as intense. I was gonna say, back then, I honestly did not care. I care a little bit now about blending in my nose contour and stuff. Back then, for a while, I had no care in the world about having the most insane nose contour ever to exist. But honestly, I care a little bit more about what people see me as. Not in, like, I'm more insecure way, but in, like, a, how do I put this? I think I've been open to you guys that, like, I like someone. And I told you guys, I'm like, I don't know what I can say, because, like, nothing's happened at all, like, ever. Like, I'm not, like, seeing anyone. You know what I mean? No one knows I exist. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But I care a little bit more about what I look like. Like, obviously I've always cared, because I put on a full face of makeup. Obviously I care. But for a little bit, I was doing my makeup however I wanted, and I didn't care if it looked a little cuckoo. And now my makeup still looks cuckoo, but I toned it down. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? This is a cheap Dollar Tree powder. I'm going in and I'm carving my face. I also think I used to use a Maybelline Femme press powder. I don't know where that is, honestly. Maybe I'll look to see if I can find it. But I think I also used to use that. That one's actually like my shade. And that's what also, it's a hair right there. Also made my makeup look so good. So we're gonna try to get that. I think I used both of them. Now I'm taking one of these and I'm gonna also put it on my nose. And I'm gonna use it to carve out this a little bit better. You know what song I have stuck in my head? I have SCX by 1975, that's what it's called. I like that one song by 1975, I think, and that's it. And I was like, right when I was going to start listening to them, because like, they have like good music, you know, I found out that Maddie Healy is problematic, and then the whole Taylor Swift, Maddie Healy drama happened. Like, everyone thinks she wrote Smallest Man Who Ever Lived about him. And I just was like, you know what, we're not even gonna, like, start listening to the songs. Because, you know, I don't want to start liking him knowing he's problematic. So, I do listen to that one song. I like, my thing is, if someone is problematic, and I don't find out till after, and I, like, already am, like, obsessed with them, I'll still listen to them. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, I love this person, I defend them, they didn't do anything wrong, but, like, I'll still, like, listen to them, you know? But, like, I'm saying, like, if I really like them, I really like their stuff, I can disconnect the artist from, like, them, you know? But, like, if I know you're problematic before I'm, like, obsessed with you, I'm not gonna even attempt to like you. Like, why would I do that? Like, for example, the only example I really have is books. There's a couple. One I think is Chloe Walsh. I think at one point she did something problematic, but I must still read all of her books. I must still read them all. I didn't find out she's slightly problematic until I got into like the second book of Boys and Harmon series, and y'all know how I feel about that series, and I'm sorry, like, I'm gonna keep reading them. And Sarah J. Maas also. Sorry, I still read them. I still read Harry Potter, I still do Harry Potter, like, I still buy Harry Potter stuff, and I know that's bad. But I occasionally feel guilty for that, but then I have to remind myself there are people literally going to Chris Brown concerts this year. He's on tour this year, and people are going to his concert. I'm like, it is very, 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 very public knowledge that he almost beat Rihanna to death. So, at least I'm not one of them, you know? At least I'm not going to a Chris Brown concert. And also, that's another thing, whenever the whole, like, if you guys remember, it's literally happened not that long ago, the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight. I think, honestly, both of them are problematic. I don't like either of them. But, like, I was, like, actually getting, like, frustrated because I would go on TikTok at that time, and I would see everyone saying, oh my gosh, Mike is just an old man, I feel so bad for him, blah, 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 blah. And, like, I was actually, like, getting so annoyed I had to make, like, a whole TikTok post about it. And, like, I think I had to, like, block the word Mike Tyson from, like, my TikTok because it was so freaking annoying to me. And I was like, y'all remember, like, he literally like went to jail or prison or somewhere for rape. Y'all don't remember that? Like, I barely know the man. Like, I like barely, like, literally barely know anything about him. I knew the 2 facts that he went to prison for that, and he bit an ear off. So, I don't feel bad for him at all. Like, and he signed up to do the fight. So, not catch me being sad for that man all day in my life. But yeah. Anyway, sorry. Not to stray off topic, but okay. I'm using this highlight to do this part of my face. I don't really have. I have like a highlight palette. I don't know where it is, to be honest. Whatever. And then I'm gonna use this blush today instead of the one I was using, because I lost the one I was using for a second, and then I put this on. This is like my backup blush. I feel like if I need to take a makeup bag somewhere, I'm gonna take this one instead of my actual blush. But I used it the other day and I was like, I actually kind of like it, so I'm gonna use that one today. Like so. And then we're gonna take this nose. I know you belong to somebody new. Next, I already did curl my eye. You guys didn't see. I curled my eyelashes when I went off the camera for a second. You'll see they did literally nothing, so we're gonna curl them again. I was about to say, maybe I won't do eyelashes just because it's like, just seeing if I can get my face right. But I forget, I do want to record a podcast, and I want my first podcast to be like, you know, what are we thinking? What are we thinking, guys? Alright, I was gonna see if I could find that powder. My eyes are looking a little rough underneath. Guys, I don't want to hear you guys talk about how much makeup I have. I did a video once. We're gonna talk about this while I look for this powder. I did a video once where I like decluttered my makeup because I had a lot of makeup that like I truly never used. And so I decluttered it, and someone had the nerve while I was cleaning out my makeup to complain about how much makeup I had. Oh, here's the, hold on, take a quick pause. Here's the concealer, Wet n Wild Photo Focus. This is the one. I love this crap. Let's see, I think this is the one that's actually technically in my shade. Yes, that right there. Technically, I could make that work for my shade. It's never in stock. I'm gonna have to like, I use a fair beige. I'm gonna have to, let me put this up on the screen for a second, because sometimes I come back and watch my videos and I'm just scrolling through trying to find it and I can never find it. Fair beige is the shade I use. But yeah, I can never find it in my shade anywhere. Oh, and I have the other one too. I had both of them. I haven't thrown these away yet because they're like, this is my reference, you know? This is the one I used when I was tan, which is kind of crazy, but like, it was a little bit like, it didn't highlight my face. I wasn't that dark to where like it highlighted my face. It was just like the same exact color, but I used it anyway. I bought the wrong shade because, again, they never had my shade, so I bought one on Amazon. This one's light honeyed, so this is what I used when I did my tan makeup, like more tan than this. Like I actually had like a tan on. Anyway, can't find my powder, so that's really annoying me. Oh, I found my highlight palette though. My powder though is one I keep in my purse. it was a purse powder for a second. And so, like, that's why I can't find it, because it's probably in one of my little bags that I use. Or it's probably honestly in this dresser right behind me. But just gonna do that because I have eye bags. It's fine. Next, eyes. Should I do my whole entire eyes on camera? No, so I'm not going to. I was about to go, no, but I'm going to. I'm not going to. This video is already so long. My eyes, I don't really have a problem with my eyeballs, like getting them to look good. My main thing is just like I use different like eyelashes sometimes and different eyeliners, but like I know which ones I should use, so it really just depends. So I'll quickly I'll quickly talk about what I'm going to use, and then I'll do it off camera, and then I'll let you know. Right now I do use other stuff sometimes, like occasionally I'll touch something with my James Charles eyeshadow, or like I'll use a different eyeliner, but I'll show you like the main thing I use. Normally honestly use this mascara. I'm not obsessed with this mascara. This is the one I bought though when I ran out of my other one. I don't even remember what the other one was. I think it was like Maybelline Lash Sensation or something like that. I can't recommend you an eyelash. What? I can't recommend you a mascara. I haven't found one that I really like. I have really problematic eyelashes. They don't do anything at all, so I can't recommend you a mascara. I'm just gonna tell you the ones I sometimes use. This is the Telescopic Mascara by L'Oreal Paris. And then we have the Great Lash Maybelline one. This is a dark brown. I'm gonna probably use the dark brown one today because the Telescopic is a little bit wet, so it literally gets everywhere and it pisses me off every time. And then eyeliner, I honestly normally, the one I use like all the time that I should use all the time, but sometimes I don't because I've went on a huge rant about this before. They changed it up, and so it's not as good as it used to be. It's very liquidy. And also another problem that it has is it's kind of hard to close now. Like, I don't know what they did to the eyeliner. It's like actually like really, it makes me really mad to think about, because it used to be the perfect, I'm talking perfect eyeliner ever created in existence, and they changed it. And I am still mad about it. It's been a year. I'm still really mad about it, honestly. But I'll show you anyway. Epic Ink Liner by NYX Makeup. Okay, there are two different kinds. I don't know if I have the other one with me. There are two different kinds. It has to be this kind. Epic Ink Eyeliner. This is the shade Black, obviously. It's the waterproof one. And let me try to find out, because there's different types of like tips. I hate saying that, but there is. I don't know which kind this is. I wish I could tell you what kind, like, I know there's names for it. It doesn't say on here though. But this is the black one, eyeliner, waterproof, NYX Epic Ink Liner. It looks like this. If you can get past a few annoying things about it, which I'll name them in a second, it is still a really good one. And you can already see, okay? So this is the tip I use. And you'll see, the reason why I hate this now is you see all those bumps right there? That's all, yeah. Wait, it's gonna let me do it, okay? You see? Come on, focus, you just did it. There we go, all those bumps right there. That is liquid. It leaks. Like, it did not used to do that at all. As I said, they changed it, and now it's so liquidy that it sometimes gets like literally everywhere. Like, I'll put it on like my inner corner and it'll bleed everywhere. And also, see, I can get it to do it. I don't know if I can without making a mess. I won't even attempt it. Also, the like case for it, because obviously they probably like I'm not saying they buy it, but like that's how they make it in a different like container that doesn't have like all this product name on it. And then they put a product name case on it. The case comes off all the time. I'll like be trying to open it because sometimes it's really hard to open, and other times it's really hard to close. Like I don't know why, it's just like it's like not closing completely. I don't even know if you can see that, but occasionally I like really can't get it open, and this will just come off, and then it's even harder to open. But all that aside, if it's working properly, it is the best eyeliner. Okay, it really is, and I truly mean that. And now let's see if I can find the other one because I want to show you. Yeah, I think I threw it away, to be completely honest. They have one that looks very similar. It's like a thicker one. That stuff is crap. I bought it once because I thought it was the same thing as whenever they like stopped making this for a little bit. Or I don't know, my Walmart didn't get it or something. I don't know. So I bought that one. It's crap. It never dries. It is the thickest thing. It's so annoying. So you have to really make sure you're getting the right kind. Anyway, another eyeliner I've been using is Essence eyeliner pen. This is the 24-hour extra long lasting. Again, I use black for all my eyeliners almost, besides a couple of them. But it looks like this. This stuff is okay. I like the tip of it. Very nice, but it almost is a little bit too gray for me. And it dries out very quickly. Like, it still works for me, like it still lasts, but I'll do like a little line and then I have to pause and wait for it to get like liquidy again, like shake it up and everything, and then I have to open it up again and use it, like, so that's annoying. But these are the two I use, and while we're here, because this video is already long, might as well make it longer. If I'm doing a brown one, I am going to recommend this one because I actually really like it. L'Oreal Infallible Precision Tip. It's a 30-hour one. Looks like this. This is the shade brown, 650 brown. 605 or 650? 605 brown. And I really like it. Again, you can tell these are my favorite kinds. I love when it has this kind of tip to it. Love this stuff. So if you want brown one, I use this for the brown, because sometimes I'll do the same exact like eye look. I just have brown eyelashes and brown eyeliner. So there's that. And then eyelashes, Ardell Jimmy Wispies. These are the girls, okay? But really, you don't have to get fancy ones. I say this all the time. You do not have to get fancy eyelashes. I do not have any black ones with me right now. Next time I order on Amazon, I'll get some. Amazon, these big packs like this, 90% of the time you're going to get the best lashes ever. The other 10%, they're going to be a little bit crappy, okay? Okay? And even whenever they're crappy, it's not that bad. You can still use them. It's just like the band is a little bit like too thick, or like there's some little problem with it every now and then. But for the most part, they're good, and because you're getting this much for literally $10, it's worth it. But yeah, these are the brown ones I have. There's a whole bunch of different brands, so I can't sit here and tell you like the exact brand. I have made a video before. I'll try to remember. I should be able to link it. I'll put it in the description, and I tell you guys the brand of the eyelashes I used. And they are the perfect ones. That brand is the perfect eyelashes. So if I remember, I will put that in the link. But today we're using Ardell Demi Wispies. Now, if I'm wearing a black lash, it's almost always Ardell Demi Wispies. I stopped getting the cheap ones because 2 times in a row I got ones that were like a little janky, and it was just annoying me. And I was like looking back, and I was like, you know what? I think the Ardell actually does look better. Because I will give it that. Ardell looks better, just a little bit more. But if you want to be cheap, the Amazon ones also look great. So like, sometimes you gotta pick and choose, okay? But that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my eye, and then I'll be back and I'll show you the other like tiny finishing touches that I'll do. Okay, I put on my eye stuff. I watched that live for a little bit. It's very nice to see all the people like donating and everything. Anyway, what was I gonna do? Right, finishing touches. Okay, I didn't show you guys. I put my highlight that I use here, which I'll show you guys my highlight. Y'all be quiet about like this palette, okay? James Charles, yes, I have James Charles palette. This is the shade Ring Light. This is literally like everyone raves about this shade, and they want him to bring it back. But it's this one right here. Very pretty highlight. Like, look at that. And guys, don't worry, this eyeshadow palette is literally from like 4 years ago, so not too much on me, okay? I bought it before he was canceled, so just trying to touch up my nose right here. But yeah, I put the highlight here. Here, sorry, my cat's playing with a bag. Here and here. What bag even is that, Seppius? Where are you at? He's like all the way over there. Anyway, next. The only problem is my eyelash is kind of like not sticking right here, but that like always happens, so it's fine. Ignore the fact that also my wings kind of aren't even. Whatever. So, I'm going to take a little tiny brush like this. I'm going to use the black from the James Charles palette. I'm just going to smoke this out right here so that it blends into my under eye right here, because I don't like whenever over here you can like see that right there. I don't like that. That really bothers me, that little piece of skin underneath my eyelash. And so smoking my under eye makes it look better. This is really hot today because my AC has been running like constantly. Don't know what that's about. I'm not hot at all, like actually. Just like that, okay? Now if I wanted to go a step farther, I could do white under my eye and like around my eyeball. I'm not gonna do that today. Yeah, whatever. And then we're gonna take, I wanna take this, but every time I use this, it's way too liquidy and it really makes me mad, but we're gonna do it anyway. I'm just gonna really scrape it off before we use it. To get this really as least wet as we can get it. Literally so much mascara on it. And we're gonna go to town. Also, I didn't tell you guys I used the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I forgot to say that. I moisturize my face first. That's another thing, is I kind of tend to forget to moisturize my face. And I think most times whenever my makeup turns out like really good is on the days where I moisturize my face. It's like if I just remember to moisturize my face, even that would change my makeup like a lot. Whatever. I have this tiny little hair. Can you guys see that hair? There we go. Mascara done. Lips. Now, lips are a little bit harder for me because I have so many lip products. And so I'm never really using the same lip products all the time. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. But today we're gonna use, see if this will work, we'll use it. Okay. Nope, it broke. Okay, this, I'll show you guys though. This is my favorite lip liner ever, like full, when I'm doing a full face. But the past two times it's broken. I think, well, to give it the benefit of the doubt, the first one that I got didn't break until like a long time. Like I already gotten down to like most of it, but like I think at one point it broke a little bit, and then I just continued using it. But the last one fully broke. Like I used it like twice and it broke. But I love this stuff. It lasts 2 years before it expires. I didn't know that. I literally, yeah, don't even have it that long anytime I have it. That's how often I use it. Revlon long wear. Make sure it's this one because they have one that also is called Color Stay, but it's not the same thing. Long wear lip liner. Looks like this. This is the shade Mauve. I love this crap. They also have these kinds. Oh, I see. I'm not using my brain here. I was about to say these had the same name, but it's not the same thing. This is a Maybelline Super Stay. I was about to tell you guys not to get this kind because I thought it was just like a different like version of it, like a bigger one. But it wasn't. The team coming out. I have a drink right here. What's my drink? Don't worry. I've got it covered. But yeah. Whatever. We're not gonna use that today, I guess, because it's out. Let's just grab. I have so many lip liners, and they're all cheap ones, and I'm not obsessed with all of them. That's why I tell you it's a little hard for me to sit here and tell you what to wear. And also, like, they're like cheap ones from Shein, so like, how can I recommend this? It's this Shoshti. This is either from Shein, Temu, or AliExpress. This is like, I got this like 2 years ago or something. And all that, it's $3.09. This is the only thing we have to go by. And it also needs to be sharpened. That's lovely. I honestly used to be big on lining my lips, but nowadays, or like constantly keeping my lips like lined and everything. Nowadays, I line it to like go to work. As in like after like, cause like obviously I'm going to work, I want to look decent. But like once I'm like not around anyone, I don't care, to be honest. And so I now just use my little like lip balm that's colored, and that's my lip for the rest of the day. It's giving orange, but that's okay. Like that. And then we're gonna take this L'Oreal palette. This stuff like isn't as good as I remember it being, but it still works. This was on clearance. I wish I could tell you guys what it's called. Literally, it has no name on it at all. So that's lovely. No idea what it's called. Can't give you a shade name. Oh, I can give you 115 Timeless Rose is what the shade name is. I can't tell you what the product name is. It's this kind where it has, you take this, put it on your lips. It's like a gloss moment. And you let it sit for a second. It starts to get dry. And then Cepheus. You'd think he wouldn't jump up here, but he does. He still jumped up here when there's not that much space. And he just jumped up here and he stepped on my palette. There we go. You see how my lips are sticking together? Wow, this actually, before we even do this, I didn't think to do this last time. I touched it up after I put this second thing on. I'm gonna take another lip liner. This one should be like, this might be the one I just used. I'm gonna really touch it up. Make sure it's perfect. There we go. But it gets really dry and sticky. Then you take this little thing, it's like a clear thing. Yeah. And it locks it in place. So now it'll stay like way longer. But it's still glossy. Okay. And for the sake of showing you guys, because I'm showing you that I'm trying to recreate that old makeup I used to do. I used that. The Revlon lip liner, I was telling you that, the mauve one. Whenever I was doing this all the time. And then this Revlon Color Stay Satin Ink. I have told you guys about this plenty of times. The specific shades that I have work really well, but there are other ones that work terribly. I literally just threw it away. I had one that was called like Partner in Wine or Wine About It, something like that. It was a dark red. That stuff never dried ever. This stuff though, the two shades that I have, that I still have, work so well. Like literally I can eat and it'll still be on there. So I'll tell you about it. This is one that I don't normally use. This is called Majestic Rose. There's one that's called like Mauve or something. It has mauve in the name somewhere. It is my favorite color. When I'm doing a full face like this, I love doing those two together. That's perfect. So this is my makeup. I think as of right now, I actually really like it. This is like the first time in a while that like I've sat here and been like, okay. But sometimes I do that. I will sit here and like, I love the way my makeup looks. But then, like I said, I'll get to my work, which is different lighting, and I'll look terrible. Or it'll be like, I only looked good in this light right here. So today, I'm gonna go about my day. I'm literally going to Walmart in a minute. Like not in a minute, but soon, sometime today, I'm going to Walmart, which means I'll be outside for a second. I'll take a look at what my makeup looks like outside as well. I'll see what it looks like when I'm at Walmart. I'll see what it looks like inside in our dining room, which is really, really, really yellow light. And I'll just throughout the day remind myself to look at myself in all the lights and see how bad I look in those. Yeah, we're just cleaning up my area. I never remember to clean up my area ever. And there's always just makeup sitting here. But Cepheus trying to get up here is making me realize I have so much crap on my little area. And literally, I put a trash can right here, and yet I still don't put stuff in the trash can. That makes sense, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. Mackenzie, it doesn't. This is about to be an hour-long video, so I'm sorry about that, but like at the same time, like I'm not too upset. You know, I like long videos. I've told you guys this before. I like long videos. I know I want to talk to you guys a little bit more about some stuff, so hold on. First, this is what I use if I'm doing glitter on my face. I'm going to show you guys this palette. This is Hard Candy Glitterazzi. This stuff, I almost bought the other version because there's two different like shade versions. I almost bought the other version the other day, but I was like, I'm never going to use it, but I still almost bought it because like that's how much I love this stuff. I barely use the other colors, but this white one, I've went through a phase of wearing this every single day for like a long time, and look, there's still so much, and it's not one of the ones where like, here, I'll show you, because I don't care. That's how long it lasts. I don't care. It's not the one where you rub it and it's all off, or like it's barely any glitter. That's how much glitter was in that one little thing I just did. This is like $3. Like, I'm pretty sure. If it's not, it's under $10. And look at the colors. I use this one all the time. It's very, very pretty. If I do use glitter, I'm putting it like right here where I put my highlight. And I do a little amount. And it's the prettiest. I'm not putting it on right now, but I'm gonna get it out to show you. It is the prettiest, just like glow. It doesn't add color really. It just adds, it's so pretty. So I had to show you guys that. Literally, I've also done like eye look. If I could put it, I don't think I have a picture of the eye look and I'm still mad about it. I did a TikTok with it, but like you barely see the eye look and I'm still mad about it to this day. I'll have to redo it sometime soon. I did an eye look once where I did like a blue on my eye and then I put all of these shades on it, and then this one in my inner corner, so it like blended from this to like all these colors, and it was really pretty. It was like Midnight's themed eye look that I did. Midnight's by Taylor Swift, and it was so pretty. So I just want to show you guys that because this palette is worth every dollar. Even if you occasionally put on glitter, it's still worth it because it's so cheap and it works so well and it lasts so long. So yes, go get one of those, guys. What else? I was gonna say something else too, and now I can't remember. I was gonna recommend something else that has to do with makeup. I think this is the blush I normally use. I'm gonna also hype this up. CoverGirl. This is like, ever since I've done my makeup, I've gotten like 3 of these. They used to have a different formula. It used to be different packaging. They used to put it in like, if you guys remember, I'm gonna try to put a picture up. They used to put it in like this little like square packaging where like it was clear and it held like the brush and like you could see through it. And they had the blush version and then they had the bronzer version. The bronzer, they don't make that anymore. I think I recently tried to buy the new one and they changed it. It's not the same. So now, if you guys used to use the bronzer, I'm putting up the bronzer and the blush. If you used to use the bronzer and you don't like it anymore because they changed it, I'm gonna recommend this L'Oreal bronzer, Instantly Bronze for a Sun-Kissed Glow. It is a shade, this is a shade light. This is the exact same thing, I swear it is. The exact same thing, if not better. So I'm gonna recommend that. But yeah, this is the shade, I use the shade Rose Silk. But this stuff lasts so long that literally look how disgusting the container is. But it still works perfectly fine. And I'm not one that follows like expiration dates on makeup, to be honest. Every now and then I'll check. Because you know the saying where like if your eyes are watery during your makeup, that means you're allergic or your stuff is expired. I was like, I'm not gonna know. But honestly, I'm realizing now, I haven't had that problem in a long time. And I've been using new makeup. So they might be on something there. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go make my Walmart list change, go to Walmart, whatever. I don't think I'm gonna record anything else for you guys today, but I'm gonna do a trial run of the podcast. If you're watching this and next weekend there's not a podcast, then that's why. It probably didn't turn out right. We're gonna do a trial run, like I said. But first, before we go, I forgot. This is when I told you guys I was gonna do something else, and I forgot. L'Oreal Micro Ink Pen Brow Stylist. This thing, I got this on clearance. I showed you guys that. I'm gonna put this on. I don't do fake freckles all the time, but that phase that I told you about, where I had that phase where like my makeup looked good like all the time, and that's what I'm like trying to recreate. I was putting fake freckles on my face. They were like really bad too. They were like so fake, but like at the same time, again, I didn't care. So yeah, we're gonna quickly kind of dot it all over and then use your finger to fix it. I'm not too worried about like it looking crazy right here because I wear glasses, so. And occasionally I'll take this and like any pimple I have, which I've had this pimple here for a hot second. Boom. Boom. it's a freckle or a mole or whatever you want to call it. And then also, I'll sometimes go in like actual freckles I have. I'll put color back into them. But yes. Maybe that's what I could talk about in my first podcast episode. I can talk about this. This little dot there. There's a story to that. Maybe I'll talk about that. But I think I want to talk about my first podcast episode back. I want to talk about my jaw surgery, because I mentioned that to you guys not that long ago, and I was like, I could make a full video about that. So maybe I'll do that. The only thing with that is I'll have to like ask my mom a whole bunch of questions, and I need to write it all down. But that could be fun. So now, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys liked this video. It's a full video. I don't think it's been a while since I've done a full video of only a get ready with me makeup tutorial situation thingy. I almost said situation type deal. Amber and Marie just anyway, it's been a while since I've done a full video of that. Let me know if you like the makeup. If it's not your cup of tea, I understand. I'm very much cake face. But I will say, as of right now, I think I kind of achieved the makeup I was trying to achieve. And also, I have a thing right now where I'm like, I want a full face of makeup that doesn't feel like a full face of makeup. And this is doing that because I used a BB cream instead of a foundation. And it's really doing that. Again, like I said, I'm going to look at it throughout the day. I don't think I'm going to put any of that clip in here. Any of those clips in here. I might record some clips of it. If I do record clips of it and other lights and throughout the day, it'll be in the next vlog, and I'll just include that in there. So watch that. It might be on that vlog, but thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you enjoyed this type of video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.